In 1974, German hard rockers Gift released their second of two albums, Blue Apple, and from it, the track Got to Find a Way. Okay, right here we got like a very brisk yet open cadence riff in A, kind of like racing in A, but with like really tight, well, really tight, kind of brisk, frenetic closed cadence guitar and open cadence organ just cascading over it. That really kind of icy organ sound, kind of like chilling, spine tingling. Frosty, let's say, evocative, of course, of John Lord or Vince Crane. Hear that rattling of the hi-hat. Yeah, there's a sense of like suspense about this. Like it's just like pregnant with possibilities. You kind of have a feeling that things are going to explode. There's a certain menace to the way that pounding, boom, boom, bah. It sounds like a big, heavy footsteps are kind of around the corner. I guess we got like the bass really. The bass kind of has a gruff sound to it. It's going bum 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 like that, and then the guitar is doing some kind of like sinewy lines here and there, like, kind of just like worming around. The bass seems to be functioning almost like a rhythm guitar. Yeah, those chords like boom, 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 almost sound like riffs. It's so thick and. Okay, like most German, West German bands of the 70s, I take it, they sang in English. This band is from Augsburg, Bayern, but the accents, of course, are relatively thick. Yeah, that's in South Germany. Yeah, just apparently just maybe less than 100 miles away from the Austrian border. Yeah. You can always tell, you can usually tell which bands were West German versus which ones were East German, because East German bands sang in German, and West German bands sang in English, usually. Well, okay, during the 70s anyway, during the New Deutsche Welle, that became less common, more like the German New Wave acts, I guess, took a bit more pride in the German, or they liked it because, the punk New Wave aesthetic was more about really being staccato and such, and so the German language seemed more befitting to the music than it had previously, I guess. You show me the way you realize the things I name. Living in a kind of wonderland, where we never came. Diamond days in paradise has come for many like moving, swaying track, like mostly in the same key, but a few contours and such. Very much reminiscent of like Machine Head era Deep Purple, as well as the German band 69. Yeah, those being the two main comparisons that come to mind. Although I gotta say, in this track, the bass and the organ are much more prominent in the mix than the guitar. Although the guitar is doing considerable like scales and such, but you're not getting as much of that overriding like crunch that you would get like say on Deep Purple where Richie Blackmore would really be in there dueling with John Lord consistently. Hear this little bubbly keyboard sound that's in it. Bum, 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 bum. It's really low in the mix. It's different from the. It almost sounded like a marimba or something, just really like buried in there. Now we go into this lush symphonic pastoral section with like sustain, kind of like, yeah, more. Yeah, more like a Mellotron type lushness with some sustained guitar, kind of lyrical sustains. It had me thinking for a minute, did John Lord ever use a Mellotron on anything? I don't think so. I never know that you're easy to find a land where I can breathe open freedom where I used to. Yeah, his accent is pretty thick. I can't. The lyrics are not going to be printed anywhere, but yeah, if you can understand through his accent, yeah, and you have some observations about the lyrics, I'd like to hear them. Okay, let's meet some of the people that we are listening to right here. Okay, it looks like we have a 5-member band. Oh, and we do have 2 guitarists in the band. Huh. Yeah, so that I actually was hearing probably. Actually, both are credited with lead guitar. Huh. Okay, lead vocals, lead guitar, according to Skogs, anyway. Dieter Atterer. Lead guitar, Rainier Baur. Organ, electric piano, Moog synthesizer, elsewhere. Mellotron, which we are definitely hearing here in this passage anyway. Dieter Frei. Bass guitar, Patzke, and drums percussion Hermann, Mandy, Lange, and produced by Otto B. Hartmann. Now we're getting much more. We're getting that mixture of like closed cadence, really like really frenetic, but also open, flowing at the same time. That mixture. None of these rather talented musicians seem to have done anything else outside of the two Gift albums, according to these dogs. Yeah. Okay, it's pretty simple descent right here. A, G, F, E. Yeah. We're really racing to the finishing line here, and the guitar is scaling upward as the riff, does that descent. That little kind of like almost like marimba like sound that I was mentioning. I just heard it again. Dun, 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 like. That was a Gift with Gotta Find a Way from their second album, Blue Apple, featuring cover art that really kind of combines imagery for the apple. Yeah. Had never really thought of the apple shape in that sort of way before. Anyway, yeah, this track actually was released as a single on Nova. Yeah. So yeah, well, I agree with the band anyway that it was a standout. Let's see. Let's hear another track from the album, Reflections Part 2. Now this one has a much more jerky kind of like just odd metric feel to it. Okay, I'm trying to count. I'm trying to find the beginning of the bar. Let's see if I can do it. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Is that? We're hearing some Moog now. Okay, we've definitely gone to different territory than from the last track. Deep Purple never did anything like this. This would be more akin to like Exception. Thinking like Exception or Trace. See my face, rolling in tears as I cry. Okay, I spoke a little bit too soon. We're going more kind of into a rocky section here. Last well, kind of like a 3-chord verse, and then like throw in like a 4th and a 5th chord during the bridge. Yeah, then A, C, G, and then F for the bridge. Actually, I had forgotten that there were going to be lyrics to this. So, but if you can hear them in real time and make out what they mean, yeah, I'd like to hear your insights. Actually, this track has text written by an outsider. Yeah, Nick Woodland. That's interesting. So there ought to be some poetic depth to this number, considering that they enlisted an outsider for the words. Yeah. Find me a place in the sun. Take a strange look at things that I've done. And I'm feeling so sad. My hands don't sleep. I would like to get back to the instrumental that we were hearing a bit earlier. Long to see the people whose memories I know how Oh, hear that circular bass line in that odd meter. The time signature still kind of eludes me. I don't think I'm humming it right. I love that whizzing sound. Just. Yes, that was Gift with Reflections Part 2, and before that, Got to Find a Way, two zingers from their 1974 sophomoric release, Blue Apple. Yeah, their second and last album, released on the Nova label in Germany. Yes, Gift, one of a handful of very fine hard rock bands to emerge from West Germany during the 1970s, taking their cues, of course, from Deep Purple and Uriah Heep. Yeah, so some other, along with Lucifer's Friend, 69, and Birth Control, to name the most prominent bands that were working that really kind of gruff, organ-dominated, and just oftentimes speedy. So owing you could say most to like Deep Purple, circa like say In Rock through Machine Head era, because some of those speedier tempos were very much a Deep Purple trademark, like tracks like Highway Star, yeah, Speed King and stuff like that. Yeah, and probably among some of the speediest actually that I've heard from the era. Yeah, the ones I just played anyway. For more Rubies and Sapphires from the two gift albums, see the directory of albums by German artists linked in the description below for red hot tracks and purples from all the German acts I just mentioned, as well as many others across the German musical spectrum from the 70s and 80s. Yeah, over 1,100 albums strong currently, that directory, and over 12 pages. So gift are probably like on page 5 when taken all in alphabetical order. Yes. Like and subscribe and follow me on social media, share the video, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the two tracks we just heard, the interplay, the riffage, the time signatures, the just intensity of it all, the sounds, which solos stood out to you the most, and the lyrics, if you could understand them and have any insights you'd like to share. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled Trimaximalist, signing off.